Hi all, RetroTech Chris here again. Recently, I purchased a new old stock ATX case, and we're going to unbox it today. Here you can see the box, a model 787F. You can see the side of the box here, kind of cool that there were spaces to write in the model and CPU and other installed accessories after the case was populated. And here you can see the side of the box. Not sure what that V with a torch sign corresponds to, but there were a million manufacturers of generic cases back in the day. And once again, we have a sticker or indication that this is an ATX 787F. So let's go ahead and get this unboxed. First, let's have a peek on the inside here from the top, and you can see the back of the case. I'll go ahead and get this stood up on the desk so that we can get it out of the box. So here we go here, we'll get it all set up, and then we'll go ahead and pull that box off and have a look together for the first time. So here we go, time to pull it off. And here we can see the reveal of the case, and there were some various things also in the box, kind of interesting there. And we can see this case did survive shipment rather nicely, which is cool. So what we'll go ahead and do is get this turned around here, and we can pull these foam insets off and have a look at the case. So here's the first one here. We'll go ahead and get that out of the way before too terribly long. And we'll turn this around and get rid of that other foam inset that you see there. And you can see the case peeking through kind of that orange tinted wrap that's around it, the plastic there. So now we can see the bottom of the case. Great. So next up, what I'll go ahead and do is we'll separate this just a little bit, and we'll set the case up so that we can pull off this outer wrap. Again, I'm kind of going through this slowly. I want to be careful as not to damage the case, and this is an unboxing. How often do you get to do this? So here we go. Let's go ahead and pull that top off, and voila, there's the case in all of its beauty and glory, and it looks sharp. So let's have a little closer look here. I'll go ahead and turn this on its side, and we'll have a more detailed look at the back, and I promise we'll look at the front as well here in just a second. Here you can see the back of the case. Very nice. So we'll do a close-up here. We can see a motherboard backplane I/O shield is installed, so that's kind of fun. Here's the front of the case with its 3 5¼ bays and 2 3½ external bays. And from here we can go ahead and pop the side off, and this actually took a little bit of effort to get off for some reason. And now you can see the inside of the case. I'll go ahead and pull this power cable out. I loved how back in the day they would stuff this stuff inside of the case. And we'll find the ATX motherboard connector that you can see there. And we can also see in the bottom of the case there's this mysterious white box, which we'll dive into here in just a minute. Let's set it aside for now. Here you can see a closer up view of the inside of this case. It's not a top of the line case, but it's nice for what it is, and it is new old stock. And we do have a nice speaker over there on the right that I'll point out here as well. So as noted, this is not a top of the line case, so I do wonder how long this new old stock power supply will last. So far so good, but once again, I am thrilled to have this case. So let's go ahead and have a look inside of this little mysterious white box. Probably not as mysterious as you think. We'll find the various screws and other things that are associated with this case. We have this little baggie here, and you can see that there are some feet for the case in it and motherboard standoffs, and lots of screws for putting things together. We'll have a look at that a little closer here in just a minute. But we also have, I believe, a little locking mechanism there, which I did not install, and also a couple of slot covers for later, which is kind of nice as well. Always good to have these on hand. We also have some I/O shields. And first we have this AT style I/O shield. Yes, you can install an AT motherboard in this case. And we have the holy grail of I/O shields for me, because this just so happens to fit my motherboard, and one was missing when I got it. So this is very exciting to find in this case. Let's go ahead and dump out the bag of goodies. You can see all of those things there, even a couple of zip ties for tying cables together. And we'll go ahead and get everything in order here for those of you who are like me and like things in order. We can also look at one of these standoffs for the motherboard, and we can see they actually screw into the screw holes, so those are kind of neat. I remember those style standoffs from back in the day. And now we're sorted. So let's go ahead and put those feet on. We don't want this case walking around barefoot. And I might have already scratched the desk earlier, but that's okay. it wouldn't be the first time or the last time. So 4 feet going like that. Then we can put the little holders in the middle so that we'll have this all set to go, and we can prop it up then and put it on the table. So next up, we're going to remove the metal plate that you see back there so that I can put an optical drive in. Yes, these are a bit of a pain in the neck, but I guess they're nice to have because if you don't put any drives in these bays, it does provide structural integrity for the case perhaps. So here you can see me struggling quite a bit, but eventually I am victorious, and we'll pull this out so you can have a look at it and then set it off to the side, and there it is. And next, I do want to install a slot cover here. I am being extremely careful. I am pulling away from me so that I do not damage that motherboard, and you can see that I've popped out one of the slot covers here for installing a card. And here we have a picture of all of the remaining case remnants after I installed a floppy drive, optical drive, as well as expansion cards and a motherboard I/O shield. So another cool feature of this case is that the motherboard actually hinges out. This makes for a real easy install here. I undid the screws you see there, and now we can actually pop this motherboard up and down like you see. I'm fascinated by this, and it's really pretty cool. And then from there, when we're done, we can actually slide the motherboard back into its I/O shield, and we'll be all set to go. All in all, I'm very happy with this new old stock case. It's absolutely gorgeous, it looks great, it looks brand new, and it's a perfect case for housing my dual Pentium Pro system. And many thanks to Geek & Spiel, who makes awesome case dome badges and stickers. I have installed one of each, and I've put in a request for a dual Pentium Pro case dome badge. We'll see if we get one in the future. If it becomes available, I will certainly add it to this case. In any event, that's my new old stock ATX case in about 7 minutes or less. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.